Hello Friday people, I hope you're well, but not so well that the cheering from the Irish vote to give equity in marriage to non-hetero couples, which seems surely to be natural, was not followed by Angela Merkel in Germany saying that wouldn't happen here, the Australian Prime Minister saying that's not for us, and worst of all, I think, a Catholic Archbishop saying that the Irish people were little better than pagans. Now, when it comes to gay families, you have to understand that children who are really wanted probably have a better chance of a decent upbringing than children who arrived for all sorts of other spurious reasons, sometimes by accident, sometimes in the hope of mending a marriage that was in difficulties. That doesn't happen usually with gay relationships or trans relationships. Well, 2 weekends ago I spent 2 hours in a Christian cathedral in England taking my 5-year-old triplet godsons on a guided tour with people at various stages showing them things about the cathedral. They were perfect angels. At home beforehand and at home afterwards, they were not at their best. They were fractious, argumentative, fighting with each other. They were not the model of a functional family. Now, they are not at all dysfunctional. The stress of bringing up 3 same-age boys when father's out doing a difficult job, I gave the game away, father's out doing a difficult job, mum's doing her best at home and trying to balance the budget as well. They're not a dysfunctional family, but I tell you what, they are straight, and all I'm saying is that to demonise gay or trans families is just not in line with the facts. So last weekend I went to a conference where 4 couples with their toddlers or babes in arms told about how that came about. 3 of the couples were trans and 1 couple was a straight married same sex, as it happens, 2 guys. Now, for an hour and a half while people were doing the presentation, these children, these toddlers, ran about, perfectly behaved, wonderfully loved. The couple swapped without speaking the need to take over. They clearly were loved and clearly were wanted. All that comes about because my favourite piece of nastiness, of course, the Daily Mail, the Daily Hate, in the person of the columnist Little John, spoke about a trans family who were in the court because the relationships were broken down. If this is a family, I'm a Nigerian lesbian. It says more about his sneering attitudes towards Nigeria and lesbians, I think. He clearly doesn't know that lesbians aren't very popular in Nigeria. And he talks about the unnaturalness of this particular family, who clearly are going through difficulties. Now, to extemporise from there that all these families are going to be poor just doesn't match with what actually happens. If you look at the number of illegitimate children for teenage girls, guess what? They're out of straight relationships. If you look at all the toddlers and babies in care waiting to be adopted, guess what? They came from straight relationships that didn't work out. They didn't come from trans or gay relationships where children have been thought about for a long time and much wanted and brought up wonderfully. So all I'm saying to you, Mr. Littlejohn, is get real. If you want to defend families, try to do something about those unwanted children, the result of straight liaisons, and not have a go at a very difficult and uncomfortable case and sneer about it. Get real, no sneering.